Welcome to Spiritual Foundations for Life. This is day number 292. The thirst for knowledge and power has seduced the naive and the undiscerning really since the dawn of time. More people have had their palms read and their tea leaves read or read the astrological column in the paper than have read the Bible. People want to know the future for various reasons, but the shrewd one knows that knowledge is power. Just imagine the power you would have if you had precognition. What that means is if you knew events before they happened. You could become a billionaire by just betting at the racetrack, or become politically powerful by accurately predicting future events. Well, in order to accurately predict future events, you would need the power and the means to arrange them, to arrange those events. Well, God can do that because God is omnipotent and omniscient, which is why the predictions of true prophets are always fulfilled. Satan has a limited capacity to arrange the future by manipulating people who pay attention to his deceiving spirits. Everything he does, though, is a counterfeit to Christianity. Precognition is a counterfeit of prophecy. Clairvoyance, which is the power to see what the normal five senses cannot see, is a counterfeit of divine revelation. Telepathy, which is the ability to communicate from one mind to another person's mind by extrasensory means, is a counterfeit of prayer. Psychokinesis, which is the manipulation of physical matter without the use of physical means, is a counterfeit of God's miracles. Spirit guides or deceiving spirits are counterfeits of divine guidance from the Holy Spirit. Why would people want a spirit guide when they could have the Holy Spirit in their lives? Well, these finite longings for the infinite can only be fulfilled by the knowledge and power that come from an intimate relationship with God. Satan tries to pass off his counterfeits as the real thing. He will gain a foothold into our lives if he can lure us into the deceptive world of psychic knowledge and power. Moses' words of warning are as needed today and as relevant today as ever, and as they were for the people of Israel under his leadership. Deuteronomy chapter 18, verses 9 to 12. When you enter the land the Lord your God has given you, do not learn to imitate the detestable ways of the nations there. Let no one be found among you who practices divination or sorcery, interprets omens, engages in witchcraft, or casts spells, who is a medium or spiritist, or who consults the dead. Anyone who does these things is detestable to the Lord. Well, you know what? That was the land of Canaan they were going into, but we live in a contemporary Canaan, in which it is socially acceptable to consult spiritists and mediums and palm readers and psychic counselors and horoscopes for guidance and esoteric knowledge. Because Satan has the capacity to deceive the whole world, it is possible for him to arrange future events, but never perfectly, because he just does it by manipulating people. Only God can prophesy something and guarantee that it will come true. This is one of the ways that we can know whether a prophecy is true or false. Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 22 says, if a prophet proclaims in the name of the Lord, if what a prophet proclaims in the name of the Lord does not take place or come true, it is a message the Lord has not spoken. The prophet has spoken presumptuously. Right? Means they're a prophet. They could still be a prophet, but they've spoken presumptuously, and so the prophecy is not true. See, all the false prophets and psychic counselors and spiritual mediums have superhuman knowledge, but they're getting their knowledge from a counterfeiter, from Satan. However, because they seem to know more than what is humanly possible, a gullible public pays attention to them, and they're deceived. Our key point today is the only one who can perfectly know the future is the one who has the necessary attributes to bring about the future. And our key verse, Matthew chapter 24, verses 24 and 25, for false messiahs and false prophets will appear and perform great signs and wonders to deceive, if possible, even the elect. See, I've told you ahead of time. You're forewarned. Beware. God bless you. See you tomorrow for another episode of Spiritual Foundations for Life.